Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. And yeah, you saw the title of this video. It's literally impossible to get YouTube rank in 2024 as a Bed Wars YouTuber, or even just, you know, a Sky Wars YouTuber, a Duels YouTuber, or a Bridge YouTuber. And I kind of want to weigh my thoughts in on this. I saw this guy named Phone make a video. I've watched a couple of his videos before. You should totally go sub to him. And he had the whole idea of, you know, it's impossible to make it as Bed Wars YouTuber, but I want to weigh my own thoughts in on it as, you know, a guy that got monetized in under a year, you know, someone that literally a year ago had no name in the community and now is monetized. I think he's absolutely right. I think the whole idea of getting, you know, YouTube rank, it seemed cool. And in 2020, you have people left and right getting it. You had like Fizzy, you had Dead Fear, Wembu, Minitek, Cheetah. The list goes on and on and on. But now it seems like YouTube rank is only for people out there making either Skyblock content or making shorts. And it used to be, before, you know, Hypixel changed their whole YouTube rank staff team to, well, what it is now, crap, that you couldn't get YT rank from shorts. For example, do you remember 50mm Midas? He posted a lot of Skyblock memes and shorts, and he was denied YouTube rank for so long until he started uploading long form content, and that got him YouTube rank. Then he became an IRL trader, unironically. But now in 2024, there's people like me, It's Alpha Returns, Vavin, Phone, and many others who just are sitting and waiting for that next video to blow up. And the sad part is, we will never really get that. But why is it that YouTube rank is near impossible to achieve nowadays on Hypixel? Well, it's the community being gone. Back in 2020, when videos like what we make now were being uploaded, they were being rewarded to audiences of well over 100,000. Now, for most of us content creators, being able to pull 1,000 views is considered a feat. And it's not because the content itself is even that different. Heck, I'm putting in a lot of effort making my videos. I spend at least, you know, an hour or two to record them, a couple hours editing them, and about an hour making the thumbnails. So all in, sometimes it could be like 6 to 7 hours on one video for it to maybe only get 60 to 70 views in return. And while sure, some of them do pop off, getting in the upper hundreds and maybe even 1,000 views may only reward you 10 subscribers at best, and sometimes none at all at worst. Alright, so here's a great example. You see, this video, 9 minutes 4 seconds, is fully monetized, me only 13 cents. I couldn't even afford the extra onions on one of my cheeseburgers from McDonald's. Anyways, 816 views, 39.9 watch hours, and 9 subscribers. I'm gonna get YouTube rank in like 10 years. Like, you see what I mean? It's almost impossible for someone like me and my friends who do YouTube to physically get YouTube rank in any meaningful amount of time. The only ways I can see currently to get YouTube rank are through shorts, which, to be honest, is a dead send for your audience, as well. People who upload shorts don't retain long form audiences due to lack of attention spans or something like that. Now, while it would be nice to have YouTube rank, it's just sad that it may never happen for a lot of us. For some of us, we put in a lot of time into our videos, and yet here we are still pulling the same amount of views. I want to give this example of Trainer Dario, as well as 2SA and a couple of these other shorts YouTubers that started blowing up and also posting long form content at the same time. They're probably the last in the niche that will do really good. Minecraft's seen a huge decline in popularity, and this was pointed out in my Hoplite video, which I made last week, which you should go and watch. I have pretty controversial opinions. But back to what I was saying about 2SA, Durnos, and Trainer Dario. These guys are most likely the last of a kind in this Hypixel Mindman space, where they're going to upload videos and get the views. I mean, they're going to get a third of the viewers that most people that have been in space like Fizzy will get for being in there for a while, and it'll be nowhere near the views that people would get in 2020 and 2021. But this is most likely the last set of YouTubers that will actually do well, because part of their short form audience, which is essentially the entire 1.8 community, stayed and watched them. And this is really sad to think about, because it leaves a lot of underrated content creators behind. I'm not saying that 2SA and Dario are not good content creators in their own respective fields, but what I'm trying to weigh in here is that there are other people that are just as deserving of the YouTube rank as they were, and they most likely will never ever grasp it. But another reason why it's become so hard to get YouTube rank on Hypixel is because of the innovation system. I mean, pretty much what all Bed Wars YouTubers are putting out now, including myself, are just pumped out video ideas that have either already been done in one form or another. I mean, it's hard to innovate in this space, and even ideas that have been innovated are just not as catchy as they used to be. Like, for example, becoming rich in Bed Wars. I'm not poking fun, by the way. I'm just saying, like, compared to the biggest, baddest bed defense in Bed Wars, or Bed Wars wins equals realism. It just doesn't have that same pull anymore like the older ones did. And this is because the gameplay itself has become so limiting. And I actually want to make a separate video on this, but I'm going to go ahead and mention it here as I'm not too sure yet if I'm going to do this. But Bed Wars itself has a ceiling, and the entirety of Hypixel itself actually has a ceiling, except for Skyblock, but that's only when it updates, is when it doesn't update is when it has a ceiling. But essentially, because the admins neglect Bed Wars and Duels and Sky Wars, essentially it's up to the creators to innovate, and that's what we saw happen in 2020, 2021. But now that it's 2024, and these creators have either moved on to mainstream Minecraft content or have stuck with Bed Wars and saw the decline in views, essentially it's left us small creators to just kind of refish these ideas up and try and put our own spin onto them. But the problem with putting spins onto them is people have already seen these videos, and considering people have already seen them, they most likely won't watch because they could just see it as the same video being done. So it's automatically like 20% of the audience may not even watch it, and the other percent, if you don't have a good personality and all this stuff, which, I mean, you have to have a good personality to do YouTube anyways, but because it's the same song and dance, they might just skip over your video entirely. One last thing I want to mention is the rise of Doer in his whole arc of Bed Wars. Now, Doer has kind of actually put a whole turning twist on my theory here about this. Well, not my theory, but I mean, I'm just expanding onto it. Anyways, Doer's kind of put a spin on this whole thing of becoming the #1 Bed Wars player, which is something that's been done before by many other people, but I feel like Doer's really stood out among the rest. However, the thing is, Doer had to put in a lot of time to become the #1 Bed Wars player. It feels like the price of YouTube rank is getting higher every day, which means less people are, in demand or in line to get it. So it's just becoming more, instead of a commodity item, which you see everyone rocking, it's becoming something that only the rich players, the players that get really lucky, which almost makes the YouTube rank a luck item rather than something that you can just skillfully grind for and get in a few weeks. Well, months, but anyways. So that's my old take on the YouTube rank situation. This video mainly more applies to YouTubers than viewers, but it still is a good thing, just good discussion. And I want to hear you guys' thoughts down in the comments below. So if you watch this far, like to hear what you have to say. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new, and yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.